Hey, it's good to see you again. You know, one of the great things about ice cream is that, well, people like it. So if you're looking to liven up a good time, ice cream is a pretty safe bet. So the other day, I was invited to a friend's house for dinner and games, and I thought I'd bring some ice cream along as a way of saying thanks for hosting. Of course, all ice cream is good, but as I've said before, one of the real benefits of making your own is that there are no limits on the things you can create. And I happen to know that this particular friend is all in on grapefruit, and we'll get to my own opinions on the fruit later, but it's important to accept your friends, not try to change them, so I whipped up a little batch of grapefruit ice cream. So today I'm using Dana Cree's basic Philadelphia-style base and borrowing the grapefruit infusing technique from a frozen yogurt recipe from Jenny of Splendid Ice Cream fame. So we have as follows: 400 grams of milk, 380 grams of heavy cream, 150 grams of sugar, the zest of one grapefruit removed with a peeler for easier straining later, 20 grams of milk powder, 50 grams of ideally glucose but realistically corn syrup, and then the somewhat vexing solution of 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons of sugar dissolved in a half cup of grapefruit juice, ideally the one you removed the zest from. Grams and teaspoons? What is this? Well, the product of mashing 2 different recipes together. Standardized units are for nuclear physicists. We're not going to break ice cream if we use teaspoons and grams at the same time. But anyway, let's get cooking. The milk, cream, and corn syrup masquerading as glucose go into the pot with the grapefruit zest. Make the whole thing hot, like hot enough to boil, and stir it around while you wait because A, what else are you going to do, and B, you don't want things scorching, so keep 'em moving. Once things do start to boil, it's time to toss in our sugar and milk powder, lower the heat to a simmer, and let that go for 2 minutes. Listen, it's what the book says, so let's not question it. When that's done, we're done with the heat, and we can add our grapefruit syrup. What a treat, for some people. Then we'll strain out the zest, whiz in a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, which is an actual treat for all people, I think, and leave your grapefruit friend in the fridge to chill out for a few hours or overnight, depending on how good at planning and time management you are. And then it's time for the main event, the real cold spinning drum. Pour the base in and watch it whirl. After churning, you know the drill. Pack it away in the freezer and don't eat it, touch it, or think about it until the next day. Now, if you're taking this to a party later, you may take these optional steps. Separate your frozen quart into 2 pint containers, one to deliver to your friend and another to keep for the content. Also, chop up a whole bag of onions and portion them out into individual bags. Freeze those too, the same weekend if possible, so that you can spend the day before the party worrying that your delicately crafted grapefruit ice cream has slowly been converted to semi-solid tear gas. Whether you complete these optional steps or not, there's nothing left to do but taste it. Let's check it out. One thing you might be surprised by is how not pink it is. Well, don't be. Grapefruit juice isn't that pink, and it's even less pink when it's diluted in a quart of white stuff. You could add color if you wanted to. I just didn't want to look for any. And also, I haven't quite decided if I'm pro or anti-food coloring, so you might want to subscribe so that you'll know when I make up my mind. Well, here goes. And now I think I should be honest about something. Grapefruit just isn't really my thing, so if it is your thing, don't let my lukewarm response temper yours. Here's what I will say. Who in the world knew that grapefruit zest was so phenomenally fragrant? Take a bite of this stuff and your head will fill up with the most charming perfume. It's fruity and floral, but not flowery. Call me a lowbrow hack, but it's evocative of the distilled essence of Fruit Loop, truly a treat, and I think there are some exciting grapefruit zest experiments on the horizon. But then, we're forced to reckon with the underlying nature of grapefruit juice. And that distinctively irritating bitterness sneaks in under your tongue and ruins your day, or makes it, if you like that kind of thing. And I have it on good authority from grapefruit people that bitterness isn't a deal breaker for them. Believe it or not, whether you like grapefruit ice cream will largely be a function of whether you like grapefruit. So, my friends, don't take it from me, but take it from my friends. This one's a real winner. Not only did it not end up tasting like chopped onions, but it also sent my grapefruit-loving friend into a small reverie. Additionally, a couple other taste witnesses said that it was an unusual but distinctively pleasant experience to have the unmistakable flavor of grapefruit in an ice cream. Again, that's the benefit of making your own. So give it a try and make yourself something special. If that isn't grapefruit, well, don't worry. I'll be making lots of other things in the near future too, so don't go too far. Thanks as always for watching and for spending this time with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. I love it.